Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. First one is about an Eritrean minister, former minister who has died in prison reportedly. According to some news sources, the man has died in custody. He was arrested 6 years ago. We don't know if he was ever put on trial or not. His crime, what was his crime? He was working as Minister of Finance back then. Who is he? Secondly, Getachew Reda, Tigray interim president, last night gave an interview on Tigray TV, which is under his government's control. It's regional television channel. The man, I think, addressed international community. A planted interview, obviously. It was more like a speech than an interview because in response to first question, he spoke for 13 minutes. Obviously, the interview was about ongoing fight for power in Tigray between the Debretsion wing and Getachew wing of the TPLF. What did he say? One important point is that he talked about his two deputies, that they oppose external intervention from TPLF in Tigray interim government's affairs. Which two deputies? How many deputies does Getachew have? Sadkan, Varede, others too. I think I know he has two deputies. Are these two deputies supportive of Getachew Reda? We'll have a detailed look at Geta's interview. Let's start from Eritrea, viewers. Eritrea, where anyone can be arrested, where the judicial system does not work in a transparent manner, where constitutional rights are not respected. Is there any constitution? Is there any assembly? Is there any budget? No one knows. Anyone can be arrested. Anyone can be charged with anything. And if people are arrested, then they are totally at the mercy of the government. Government will do whatever it wants to do them. No forums for the arrested people to challenge their arrest, their detentions. So some die in prisons. People detained decades ago, but still they are in prisons. An Eritrean minister was arrested in 2018. Minister of Finance, Birhane Abreha. Why was he arrested? The man wrote two books. My Country, Eritrea is the name of one book. There was a second book too that he wrote. And one of his books was critical of President Isaias Afwerki's policies, Eritrean government's policies. This is the crime that he committed, that he wrote a book which challenged, which questioned Eritrean government's policies. He was arrested. Since then, he has been missing. He was in detention, but since he was not put on trial, so we can say he was missing. Now, several news sources are reporting that Birhane Abreha has died in custody in prison. No official confirmation, official statement won't be issued, but some Tigray and other news sources are claiming that Birhane Abreha is dead. This is how judicial system, police system works in Eritrea. It's up to the government to start a trial against a prisoner. Government can prolong it for years. No independent judiciary. No institution is independent in Eritrea. PFDJ in power. Isaias Afwerki in the form of one man representing PFDJ and his kitchen cabinet are in power. At least government should issue a statement. Is Birhane Abreha alive or not? If he is alive, how is he? Which charges have been leveled against him? Has he been sentenced? International numerous organizations should be given access to these prisoners so that they can tell the world what these people are going through. But it's not very likely. The government won't allow any independent international human organizations to contact to meet these prisoners. There are others too, by the way. Hundreds arrested around 2 decades ago. Their only crime was that they questioned the policies, the way the country was being run by Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki in power without any election, any legitimacy for the last 3 decades almost. Secondly, was Getachew Reda, Tigray interim president, appeared on Tigray TV last night. Getachew Reda and Debretsion, I think, are uh, addressing each other in their interviews, talks. Debretsion gave a press briefing, and then Getachew appeared on Tigray TV. In English, he gave an interview. Basically, he addressed international community. It wasn't an interview, it was basically a speech by Getachew. The journalists who conduct such interviews are not allowed to ask questions freely. They are given questions, they read questions. This is what happens at such interviews. Getachew interestingly used the term splinter group for TPLF, the Debretsion wing. He said it's a splinter group. The Congress held by the group was illegal, its decisions illegal. Secondly, said that several TPLF meetings were held. Executive committee members met to evaluate the performance of leaders of the party. But the discussions always ended in acrimonious exchange of allegations. Nothing productive came out. He said he and some other colleagues were supportive of infusion of new blood in TPLF's top tiers, but that was opposed by TPLF senior leaders. He said that if you are over 25, according to the party constitution, you cannot be elected as party's central committee member, but some central committee members are over 65. 65. He said if you're over 65, you cannot be elected as party's central committee member, but several over 65 have been elected. It's a violation of the party's constitution. Really said that the group which held a Congress has been trying to weaken the Tigray interim government, creating obstacles. And he claimed that his two deputies have been against the outside intervention from TPLF into interim government affairs. Which two deputies? I think he has two deputies, Sadakan, Varede. Does he have a third deputy too? Basically saying his two deputies are with him. They oppose TPLF's undue intervention in Tigray interim government matters. He refused to step down. He said he won't go. It's in accordance with Pretoria that he was appointed. And if we people have any concerns, we can take the concerns to African Union next meeting, AU High Level Commission, which will meet in November. So in a way, he said that his group and the Debretsion group would take the matters to mediators. The mediators will decide in November. Almost that is what Debretsion said too. He said that he would talk to the parties who were behind the establishment of interim government. Those parties are obviously federal government, African observers, etc. So it's there is no imminent danger to Getachew Reda's government. It seems. Secondly, said that he's on good terms with federal government, but he criticized the statement of the communication minister of Ethiopia, who said that war could break out because of this TPLF Congress. He said no. The Congress won't. The meeting which has been held by the Debretsion wing, it won't lead to breakout of a war. And he acknowledged that the issue in Tigray is power struggle. It was very painful, by the way, to see Getachew admit that that it's basically power struggle. That's what we have been saying, by the way, that it's basically power struggle. And that's why people are disappointed. They fought, they lost their lives, they lost their loved ones, and the ruling elite fighting for more power. Let's see, Getachew is telling international community to intervene, basically. He's saying that you should resolve this matter. He says he's the TPLF. He has more than half of Central Committee members with him. And the Debretsion wing is a splinter group. The Debretsion wing says Getachew is no more part of TPLF. Who will decide? Someone will have to decide. Nebbe, African Union mediators, Americans, Westerners, that we'll see in coming. Thank you for watching.